Hi, everybody's got Command 44. I have a new set to review today, which I got 2 days ago. Haven't gotten around to making the video yet, though, so here we are. And it is the AT-AP Walker from 2019. Obviously, not the newest LEGO Star Wars set, but yeah. Got this thing from Walmart. It has... it's set number 75234. It's recommended for ages 9 and up. And it has 689 parts. And you end up getting 5 minifigures, which are Chewbacca, a random clone trooper, Clone Commander Gree, aka one of the clones that Yoda decapitates, and 2 of these Kashyyyk battle droids. So, this thing looks really cool, unlike its companion set, which, either way, it doesn't even look good in universe. The companion set, the droid gunship, but yeah, that gunship does not look good in universe or as Legos. This looks amazing, and do not yell at me for saying Legos. I just think it sounds better, and I know it's not the right way to do it. I just think it should be the right way to do it. So, let me get this thing open real quick. And here we go. I guess I have to do it from the top then, because there's no option anywhere else. I don't see anywhere to cut tape on the other sides. A little strange, because I usually cut them another way. Yeah, this side is wrinkled, but since I got it at self-checkout, I didn't really get a discount on it or anything. I don't even know why you do it, but yeah, so let's get this thing poured out then. Okay, let's see how many bags there are in this bad boy. And what else in here? So, 1, 5 bags, some stickers, and 1 pretty darn big manual. So, yeah. So, let's get this thing built, and I'll be back with you then. We will be starting with the minifigures. Okay, that's not important, although, here we are. So, first up we have 2 of these battle droids here. You're supposed to flip the arms around, but I prefer to put the guns on these hands. So, yeah. Now, this is a completely new design for them, for this set, and the Droid Attack Gunship, which I think I've already mentioned I don't like the design of, but yeah. Now, as usual, my complaints with battle droids will probably continue on forever, which I do have an actual complaint. Now, the design's good, even though they haven't changed up for 20 years. I like the design, it's just... It's not that the legs aren't posable. I'm fine with them not being posable, it's that they're kind of easy to break. Before this, I've only ever had one other battle droid. It was a Geonosis battle droid, and it came in a droid tank from, like, 2013. That came with, like, Jango Fett and a Clone Trooper, too. I used it for a while, and its legs broke. And since it didn't come with extra legs, I couldn't replace them. So, what I think LEGO needs to do is make the clip parts of these thicker so that they don't break as easily. But other than that, I do like the designs of the battle droids. I just think they need to make those things thicker so that they don't break as much. So yeah, those are the two Kashyyyk battle droids, which I'm not even sure they're even in the movie. Next up, we have random Clone Trooper from Kashyyyk number 242 or whatever. This first one I have, obviously, but yeah. So, really cool looking design. Kind of strange design on the mask, but yeah. Underneath, he has generic Clone Trooper head number 249. But yeah. So, there you go. Next up, we have Clone Commander Gree, which if you somehow haven't seen Revenge of the Sith, even though it's been out for like 15 years or so now, so spoiler, I don't know how you wouldn't have seen Revenge of the Sith by now, though. Okay, so, he's one of the ones that Yoda decapitates, if you remember that scene where he's like... The scene where Palpatine executes Order 66, there's the part where the two clones are there, and one of them picks it up and sees it, and they try to kill Yoda, then Yoda does a flip over them, and cuts off their heads. This is one of the clones that was in that scene, if you're wondering. So Commander Gree. Yeah, he is a really cool-looking clone trooper as well. I prefer this one over the other one that came with it, especially since, this is an actual character, but I also like the design better. Of course, though, because he's a clone, and because he is a trooper of any kind that has this kind of mask, he has generic Stormtrooper face number 897,462. So, yeah. Next up is my second Chewbacca. First one looks like this, though, which is this one. Now, this one is, I'm pretty sure, not exclusive to the set. I'm pretty sure this Chewbacca is come in many other places. Personally, though, this is the first time I have gotten this specific Chewbacca. I have the one from Solo, which has a completely different head mold and stuff. And I have a generic Wookiee. Where's generic Wookiee number 237? He's on my bed, probably. Yeah, so here is Chewbacca. Looks pretty darn good. And now for the set itself. Let me show you something beautiful. The AT-AP. So the AT-AP is a really cool looking set. Overall, it's not that different from the previous designs, but I don't have any of the previous designs, and this looks really good. Again, unlike the Droid Attack Gunship, which never looked good anyway, even in the movies or shows or whatever it was in. It's probably in both, honestly. I watched a few episodes of the Clone Wars, I just didn't really like it that much, which I know was surprising, but yeah. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's the best thing in the world. So, here we are. So, play features. I'd say there's quite a few big ones. First up, you can open it up. I usually push down back here, but that's not really how you're supposed to do it. So you can open it up there, and then there's two other places you open it up, which are on the sides here, with these good old-fashioned flip doors. And on the inside here, you have a cockpit area where you can fit in two of your minifigures of choice. And you can see the crappy Droid Attack Gunship right there. So, if I can get a couple minifigures here, I can put inside, like, Chewbacca, and I'm not going to make them sit down. Generic Clone Trooper number whatever I said it was. You can sit them in here, if they're in a good position, anyway. And they can pilot this thing, which I'm not going to make them get in, but yeah, as you can see. Now, of course, there's also a little bit of space on the back for you to shoot from the back. It's not really an advertised play feature, though. Another one, of course, is the giant turret on top. Of course, you have the visual aid. This one down here, though, can even turn in any direction you want. It's on a ball joint. But up here, you do have the actual big part of the cockpit, which, if you want to grab a minifigure like Commander Gree, if you're super careful with it, you can sit him in the top of the cockpit here so that he can aim this thing. Now, probably wondering how he's supposed to aim this thing without the guys turning it. Well, that part I like to pull the roof off of. If you hold on to this part here, or it's on a good frame of gravity, you can pull that out, and I only just discovered this. You can actually spin this 360 degrees if you do that. So, yeah, I didn't even realize you could do that for a while. Took me a few days to figure out you could even do that. Yeah, this is a few days later, by the way. Well, let me start with the actual minifigures, but yeah. There are more play features, of course. These are on a hinge, but, well, not really a hinge. It's a really stiff one anyway. So yeah, they can move. Just the top bits, though. And then the one in the middle is on a much smoother hinge. And yes, you can move those in if you want, but yeah. And you can actually do something else with this. If you turn this thing over, or it's usually easier to do if you don't, but I just wanted to show you a little better. You can actually lift this in onto the inside, if you give me a moment to do so. Once this bad boy is in, you can use this to clip it in, sort of. It's not actually connected, but it works. So just launch the shooter, and it will now stand on 2 legs. Focus. There. Now, of course, I accidentally just used the last play feature, which I actually forgot to mention, so that might be lucky. It does have a spring-loaded shooter, which I personally think is the second best play feature on LEGO set ever, as I've said multiple times. And also, as I said multiple times, I think the best ones are the garage doors, but yeah. I know a lot of people don't like these. I just personally like the feeling of loading them in. I think it feels really cool, but yeah. Basically, on this one, you push down on it, and it launches the thing across, and it comes with 2 of them, so for if you lose one. Mine just landed in one of the bags I used to build the thing, if I can get it out there. And you can load it back in. And you can fight the Droid Attack gunship if you actually have it, which I do not have and do not currently plan on buying it. So let me get a quick Kashyyyk mock or something set up real quick so I can show you what this will look like in action. Well, with what I had and the parts that I had and the time I had, you know, I feel like this went okay. Obviously, I don't have base plates to put any of these on, because I'm using all of my base plates right now, and other stuff like my city and my Batcave, but yeah. So, I'll bring it through. So this is pretty much what it would look like with the AT-AP in some sort of battle scene. Now, obviously, I do not have nearly enough battle droids to make this look accurate, but pretty much, let's just say all of them are back here or something, and then I have that one dead one there, which is the one I had before, and of course I have those 2 there, and I have a couple clones there, Chewbacca, well, not Chewbacca, a random Wookiee, sorry. It's not actually Chewbacca, he's shooting at him as well. The clones there. I don't have any more of these clones, so, yeah. And I actually gave this one a quick little hologram thing in his hand, so it looks like he's getting contacted by Palpatine for Order 66. Put Yoda right there. Don't know where parts of my, Clone Wars Yoda are, so sorry about that. And then, here's the, some wreckage from a couple ships that crashed, like a Wookiee gunship and a clone gunship. I have this walker here with a random Geonosis clone on it, so it looks kind of like them, but not really. And then, of course, there's the AT-AP, which on the inside I have the other 2 warriors. So, pretty much, this is what it would kind of look like, I guess. Obviously, some of you might be able to do better than me, but this is what I was able to do with the limited parts I had. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Overall, really good set. So, yeah, guys, anyways, other than that, guys, bye, Yui.